Our school year ended last week, and I thought that would be the conclusion of the weekly wrap-ups for the year that I record on Fridays. However, I've taken these past few days to reflect on our school year and have a few more thoughts to share. First, I want to again express my sincere appreciation to all of our employees and families for their hard work during our non-traditional instruction. Thank you for being dedicated to our students, especially while we are apart. So much has changed in a short amount of time in our world. Our in-person classes ended abruptly in March due to a global pandemic, and now frustration over years of racial inequity is at the forefront of our community. The tragic deaths of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, and Breonna Taylor highlight the need for immediate change. Let me be clear, we at JCPS condemn all forms of systemic racism. We know our students often face injustice in our community due to a flawed system. I'm inspired by our JCPS family to make sure our district works even harder to achieve racial equity by reducing achievement gaps and dramatically improving outcomes for students of color. We must do better as a district, community, and nation. I always told myself if I ever became superintendent, I would make major changes. One of the first things I knew I had to address was racial equity because more than half of our students are students of color. In 2018, our Board of Education took a courageous step by approving this district's first ever racial equity policy and later our detailed plan to support African American students and students of color. JCPS is one of only a handful of districts in the country that has this type of policy and plan in place. In the past 2 years, we have created programs to hire more teachers of color. We have worked to identify more students of color as gifted and talented, hired more school administrators who reflect our student population, developed implicit bias training, and we've laid the foundation to close the achievement gap. We have taken progressive steps like opening the W.E.B. Du Bois Academy and the upcoming opening of our new Grace James Academy of Excellence in the fall. We plan to take this a step further by addressing our student assignment plan. For decades, students in West Louisville have not had the option to attend school close to their home. Soon they will if our plan is adopted. We are also investing millions of dollars in renovating and building new schools in West Louisville. We all know this is just the start. It will take every one of us investing in our students to see the change we want for future generations. Our district cannot move forward unless everyone, regardless of race, succeeds and there is true racial equity for all. I promise to continue doing my part to make that happen, and I know you will too. Thank you.